system. They have a 12-bedroom house. They want my exact same electrical system. They have a 12-bedroom house. My house is a 4-bedroom house. You know, I can put my house on a single phase, no issues. But you have a 12-bedroom house. I will not recommend that you put your house on a single phase. Hey guys, welcome to Asher and Gad channel, making Africa home again, one family at a time. Welcome to another episode of our channel. Thanks as usual to our amazing subscribers. Love to our Patreon family and PayPal family respectively. Trust you are all doing well wherever you are on this planet, and making plans to make home sweet home someday soon. All right, well, what do I have for you today? Just a brief video really to discuss with you the importance of building services designers. Okay, it is important, very important. You know, I see people building and they cut corners, and sometimes it's understandable why people cut corners. People are cutting corners because they're trying to save money, trying to save the pennies. But as the common saying goes, sometimes you can, if you're not careful, you can be penny wise and pound foolish. What do I mean by that? You can think you're saving on a certain area. You can think you're saving, or let's just get the electrician to do everything. Let's not bother about somebody who designs the electrical system, and then end up in trouble later on. Okay, so this video is all about the importance of building designers, and having gone around a few buildings in recent times. Okay, you all know why. I have seen some significant errors here and there because of cutting corners and really not using building designers. So let me take you through a couple of those examples. Just looking at my phone to see a couple of those examples, and then you can see that it can have some dire consequences, some disastrous consequences. Let's just go for a walk as I speak. So the first example is we went to visit a hotel somewhere just outside Accra. This is a 99-bedroom hotel. Lovely hotel, really nice. The finishing is superb. I mean, superb. I'll give them that. Lovely rooms, etc. But guess what? About 10% of the rooms, the rooms that are furthest away from the electrical distribution, about 10% of them do not have power. You imagine that. You spent your money. You've invested on a 99-bedroom hotel, and the installation is complete. Think you're happy, and then about 10% of those rooms, about 9 or 10 of those rooms, do not have power, even though everything's being cabled and everything is supposed to work. Now, when we went down there, I inspected the installation, inspected what had been done electrically, where the distribution boards were, and everything like that. And what this boils down to, you see, this is a hotel. They employed an electrician who is used to doing normal domestic homes, okay? And basically, he used the normal standard cable sizes, the 2.5 mil for sockets, or 1.5 mil for lighting. But his error was where he located the distribution boards. Okay, he located the distribution boards not centrally, but so far away from the loads it's feeding. Okay, and ideally, in electrical design, ideally we try to locate things as close as possible to the center, so you can have an even cable length distribution from the distribution board to all the parts of the building, to make sure that you have power. Because they've used a normal 2.5 mil cable, but the length of cable they're running in the pipes is so long to these rooms that the voltage has dropped so much, and that is why they're not getting power to those rooms. Yeah, but if they used a designer, a building services designer, electrical designer from day one, to look at their plans, understand the equipment they're going to have in the room, understand where the distribution board is, where the ECG supply is coming in, and therefore to locate optimally the distribution boards, this would not occur. Okay, this would not occur. Now, guess what they're going to have to do? They've finished it, all lovely walls, lovely tiled, everything finished. But now, in order to get power in those rooms, because the cables are too small, and there's nothing else you can do. There's nothing else you can do apart from ripping out the cables. So as you can imagine, they've got cables in the pipes, okay, in the walls. The walls are finished, all plastered, lovely painted and everything. They're gonna have to rip out all the cables, okay, make sure hopefully none of them are damaged in the process. Rip out all the cables and then draw in new cables. Because of the significant length, this is a very, very long length, they're gonna have to put in 4 mm. They're gonna have to put in 4 mil squared cables for these sockets now, okay, which are fine, and then that should resolve the issue, right? But that is an example of not of the pain that you may go through, a financial pain you may go through later on if you don't use a designer. Because building services, be it electrical or plumbing or you know, the air conditioning, you know, these things are designed. They are designed just like the architecture of the building is designed. The services within the building are also designed, okay? So try not to cut corners. These artisans, a lot of them have learned from an apprentice, so they don't necessarily know the design aspect of it. They don't necessarily know the theory behind it, or how to modify your design to get what you want, okay? Now here's another example, okay? And this is a plumbing example. Now again, we went to a house where, I think this is actually a common problem in Ghana, where the pressure was so low in about half of the house. Really, 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 really low. You know, that's one thing. I hate low pressure, especially when you're having a shower. You're expecting to have a lovely, nice shower, and all of a sudden the water is just sort of dripping on you. Don't like that at all. And this was an issue in about half of the house, really. And I think when I looked at it, one of our guys asked us to look at it. When I looked at it, I realized that this pressure issue is really happening because of the location of the tanks, but more precisely, really, the location of the pumps on the roof. Now, this person's house has got a lot of roof space. Okay, the pumps really should have been located a bit more centrally. Okay, a bit more centrally, so that the pipes can be distributed evenly to all areas of the house. Okay, that way we can have more pressure, or we can have a more uniform pressure in every area of the house. Unfortunately, because the plumber sort of put the pumps in one corner, and then you've got all the pipes which rise and fall, and I don't know if they've clearly not accounted for that properly in their calculations. Maybe they haven't even done any calculations, right? Therefore, there's such a low pressure in about half of the house. Now, the solution here was quite simple, just that it cost money. The client had to purchase another automatic pump, yeah, which cost the pump and the automatic controls cost him 2,500 cedis. The labor of putting it in was another, I think, 400 cedis. So altogether, the client paid about 3,000 Ghana cedis to resolve the issue of low pressure in his house because of the additional pump, right? That 3,000 cedis, okay, if he had employed a designer up front, it would have gone a long way to getting the design correct in the first place. So this is the penalty that this client has to pay for that cost cutting, okay? So one to think about. Now, I have one final example for you, which is another electrical example, quite an interesting one actually. But before I do that, let's just go for a quick break and we'll be right back. Are you looking to build your dream home in Ghana, or are you building already? Would you benefit from regular site visits to monitor your building and receive regular progress reports? Well, if that's the case, and that's you, look no further. Asher and Gad Consultancy at your service. We offer the following services: electrical design, construction monitoring inspections, site progress reports, consultation for all items MEP, witnessing of testing and commissioning, periodic snagging, vetting of specialist subcontractors. We also report site activities to you to hopefully help you spend your money efficiently, and much, much more. Get in contact for your building needs. Details on the screen. Asher and Gad Consultancy, making Africa home again, one family at a time. So guys, this is the third and final example. Okay, so visited a house in Accra, and basically the client is about to purchase a solar system, quite a massive solar system. That was the intention. And they told me that really the brief they gave to the electrician is they wanted to be able to put in a solar system that can serve the entire house. However, the client has not got has not got enough roof space to serve the entire house. This is a big house. This is about a 7-bedroom house, and he wants a 20 kilowatt solar system, which needs quite a number of panels, maybe about 60 to 70 panels. And this same client doesn't really want to cover his entire roof with solar panels. So he's only got a particular area where he wants the solar panels to be placed. Because he didn't employ a designer, or maybe he didn't, at least he should have gone to the solar company up front, but I guess he didn't. Go to the solar company up front and employ a designer. So they didn't realize that the amount of roof space that they have was actually not sufficient, not enough to meet the demands of, or to be able to install that 20 kilowatt solar system that he wanted. Okay. Also, the cost of a 20 kilowatt solar system is very expensive now. Horrendous, absolutely horrendous, very expensive, which wasn't really considered either. And cost in itself is a design parameter. You always have to consider it, unless you have a limitless amount, but most people don't. So obviously that's an issue. First of all, he can get a 20 kilowatt inverter in his electrical room, but he cannot install panels because he hasn't got enough roof space. What he should have done, because of the limitation of the roof space, and again, if he had a designer, the designer would have spotted this. Because of the limitation of the roof space, the electrical distribution should have been designed such that, you know, the solar system would only maybe support some of the loads. Because when I looked at the area that was on the roof, for me, I don't think the client can get more than 5 kilowatts of solar panels on his roof. He's nowhere going to get 20 kilowatts, absolutely not. He's got no space to put it. So what if he had employed a designer? What should have happened after the assessment of those areas? The electrical distribution should have been designed in a way to allow you to segregate the loads. What do I mean by that? When I say segregate the loads, you can design the electrical system in the way that, let's say, your ECG supply and generator supply can support the heavy power using items, the air conditioning, the water pumps, okay, the electric cookers. Those will go on the ECG or the generator supply. Then you would arrange the electrical distribution such that the solar can feed the smaller loads, like your lighting, your general sockets for computers, TV, etc., your fridge and freezers, you know, the lighter loads. Okay, that way, if you don't have mains ECG available, you don't have a generator, you definitely have the solar to power the smaller items. You would always have lighting, general sockets, fridge freezers, and ceiling fans. Yeah, and that 5 kilowatt solar panel system could do all those lighter loads. Okay, the panels can fit on your roof, and there you are. If you employed a designer upfront, you would save a lot of money. Now he wants to do it. He wants to do it now. It's going to cost him a lot of money because the distribution is completely doesn't work. He's got to rip out his distribution boards. He's got to reconfigure the whole electrical room, and that's going to cost him, I don't know how much that's going to cost him, but it's going to cost him far more than it would have costed him if he employed a designer up front. Okay, so don't underestimate the importance of building services designers. Okay, because it is a design. The services within the building is a design. The building itself is a design, and it's a process. You can't just copy and paste. Okay, if you copy and paste, you may find yourself in trouble. I know somebody else who I think contacted one of my artisans and said they want my exact same system. They have a 12-bedroom house. They want my exact same electrical system. They have a 12-bedroom house. My house is a 4-bedroom house. You know, I can put my house on a single phase, no issues. But you have a 12-bedroom house. I would not recommend that you put your house on a single phase, like mine. All right? Now, I'm not involved in that. But they're briefed to this artisan saying, give me what Kingsley has. Copy and paste does not always work. Remember, this is design. Every building is unique, and the design must be unique for that building. Okay? I wish them all the best, but a 12-bedroom house on a single phase is going to be a big struggle. All right, so hopefully that was useful. Hope you learned something from that. As usual, please like, share, subscribe, hit that notification button so you always be aware when Asher and Gad upload a new video for your viewing and educational pleasure. All right, so from Gad is Kemesia. Me guys, as usual, Yebeshia. See you next time.